Hi, my name is Brian. I started a California weight management program about 4 months ago. During that time, I've lost about 50 pounds. For me, the weight loss has been natural and fairly easy. I've just changed my eating habits a little bit. I'm not eating quite as much as I was before. And essentially for me, that has been the biggest and easiest change over the course of the time. I have consistently lost about 3 to 4 pounds a week, and that to me has been amazing. The difference in my life, I hadn't noticed it up until about I'd say three months ago when I came in to my regular appointments, and on your first appointment they take your picture, right? So I hadn't had a follow-up picture yet. Right? So after 3 months, I had this follow-up picture, and I could not believe the difference that I was seeing. The weight had lost in my face. I noticed that my belly was gone, or was definitely shrinking, and it was amazing to me. At that point, I looked at this and I said, "Wow, this is absolutely worth it." Everything that I've done, up to this point, these last 3 months, has been completely worth it. And ever since that point, so it's been about a month since that has happened. It's gotten even easier. I have no regrets. I know that the program is working. The weight management program is definitely working for me. I have really had no problem points. I found it very easy to stick to eating the vegetables and the meats and stuff that I was asked to do. Very easy to cut out the carbohydrates and stuff. To me, I didn't feel like I was losing anything except weight, but I wasn't losing anything in my food experience. I was able to make very amazingly tasting foods without the need for carbohydrates and stuff like that. I'm an Italian. I love to eat pasta. Pasta is one of my most favorite things, before this. And it was mostly around the pasta sauces and the love and the comfort that went behind the making and preparing and the eating of the food. So what I chose to do now is I started to use those same sauces, those same preparations, those same love, but using it with using meat instead. Putting sauces over meats and different things like that, and not worrying so much about the pasta. And you know what? It has changed. That has also changed my life as well, because I wasn't substituting everything. It was exactly the same feelings I got, so it was easy for me. So basically, my life has changed to the point where I was a physically active guy, before I lost the weight. I tried, to get out and move. My legs would hurt, my joints would hurt in my knees and my ankles, my lower back would really hurt. I just went for a jog yesterday, and I did not feel any pain. I felt soreness in my muscles because I hadn't done it for such a long time, because I had gotten so big and it hurt so much. But when I did that, it was so amazed. 50 pounds. Just losing that 50 pounds made such a difference on my joints, made such a difference on the way that I carried myself. I mean, I feel myself standing more upright now. I feel myself standing more confident in places. I'm going to the gym again, whereas before I had stopped going to the gym because I felt so self-conscious about going. I think that people were saying to themselves, what's this big fat guy doing in here at the gym, right? So I started going to the gym, and that feels great because I went over to the weight rack, right? And I picked up 50 pounds and I put it around my belly, and I'm like, that's what I've lost. And I was amazed at how absolutely heavy it was. And those feelings of like joint pains and things like that started to kind of like almost come back. And so I put the weight down, and I symbolically kind of let go of it again. And so it's just yeah, it felt great. It felt absolutely wonderful to my confidence, to my feeling of well-being and my feeling of health. I have had much more energy while I'm on this program. Even though I'm eating less than I was before, I thought that I would have some sort of energy loss, but I'm not. I have no energy loss at all. I'm sleeping better at night. I'm more content with my rest, which might seem strange, but I used to toss and turn a lot at night. I could never be comfortable. I always had a problem with that. So this has completely cured that. I find comfort in, like sleeping on my back. I never used to do that, but I, sleep on my back now, just fine. I like that people are noticing it too. People that I, my friends and people that I frequent around, are now noticing that my weight loss. Whereas before, when I was like 10, 15, 20 pounds, they weren't really noticing it as much. I mean, I didn't even notice it until I saw those pictures at, I think it was 30 or 40 pounds. And now that I'm at 50 pounds loss and I'm still losing, people are noticing. It's like, wow, how much have you lost? We can really see it. You're doing such a great job. And it feels really good to know that the hard work that I'm doing is definitely paying off because other people are seeing it beyond just me. On the fact of support and friendships or people that are really been good around me, I really have to say that people here at California Weight Management have been absolutely wonderful in their support. Every week that I come in, all the staff is always very friendly, very supportive, asking me if I'm having any problems, if I have any problems, asking me, giving me advice or, telling me ways that, that I can, just ways that they can help me or that I can help myself. And I have found that to be a great success in this program. I don't feel ashamed or nervous coming to my appointments anymore. Where at first I sort of did. I felt like nervous and things like that to come in. I don't feel nervous at all. I'm excited to come every week because, I want to be able to see them again. I want to be able to tell them of my, accomplishments because they are extremely happy for, for me as well, which I just think is absolutely amazing. I don't know if I would have done as well on this program had there not been that moral support from the staff. And so I continue to go on. I feel like the changes that I've made in this program, as far as my eating habits and things like that, are things that I can continue on for the rest of my life. They're very simple changes. I don't have a problem in any way with, like I said, with eating the food that is best for me in these times. I understand how those other foods were not benefiting me, and I think that was another big help in understanding is how the food I eat affected me physically and mentally. Once I was able to get over that hurdle as well, I understand that food is nutrition. That's not really all. That's all it is. It's just nutrition for the body. So once I understood that as well, which this program did help me understand through the literature and things like that I was reading, once I was able to get past the food as emotional support, it changed my outlook, and it changed my ability to lose weight as well. So now at this point, after 4 months, losing the 50 pounds, I know that it's something that I can continue doing. There's no reason to stop it. I have no intention of ever stopping it, as far as I'm concerned, because it's so simple. It's just a part of my life now. And that, I think, is what really benefits this program, is it becomes a part of your life, and it's not something that you dread doing. It's not something that is hard to change or anything like that. But it just becomes a part of, your life and a part of what you're doing. So, like I said, at this point, I can see myself just continuing to eat this way, to have these habits. It's built up great habits in me. To look at what I eat, to make sure that I'm eating the right balance of foods, to make sure that I'm not taking in too much of the calories or too much carbohydrates, things like that. So to me, training and understanding on how to eat has definitely benefited my weight loss. I've tried many different programs, and none has been successful. I tried to weight loss by myself, by starvation diets or by overworking in the gym and things like that. And those just did not work for me. I lost weight for a little while, but then I'd gain it all back. Even with this program, I just started going to the gym, 2 weeks ago. So, I went three and a half months essentially without going to the gym. I have done no exercise. I maybe take a walk every once in a while. It has been all around, just changing my food habits. So it's been really easy. And now I feel, like I said, better to get back into those physical things. Definitely life is more enjoyable. I was just noticing yesterday, again, I was running, I was doing that jogging, and I found that my breathing, I could breathe easier. That was really amazing to me. It's just how hard it was to breathe before, and all that weight, how it just weighed down on me. So there's so many little things. I could probably go on all day and talk about the little changes, the little things, but my general health, my general mental well-being, the general ease of this program, there would be nothing I would change. It has worked, been successful for me, and it's something that I feel that could be successful for anyone. You know, I've encouraged many of my friends, my family, and things like that to come over to California Weight Management as well. Hopefully they will. They're at that stage that I was when I first started, where they're not confident about it. They're not confident about their weight loss. They're not confident about being able to lose weight. They're not confident about, you know, the program working. They're like, oh, it worked for Brian, but is it going to work for me? Yes, it's going to work for you if you do it. I reached a point in my weight. I was over 300 pounds at one point. To me, that was extremely scary. And at that point, I decided I have no other choices. I have to do this. I absolutely have to lose weight. So it got to a point where I hit that wall, so to speak, or I hit the bottom of the barrel, and I said, I have to do it. And ever since then, I've been motivated. And this program has taken my motivation and times it by 10 because of its ease, and has taken that little motivation that I had, made it much more simpler for me to do. And so I've reached this point now where I'm 50 pounds lighter, and I'm continuing to lose weight, and I have no self-confidence issues around this. I want to continue doing it. I have no problem doing it. And so the negativity that I started out this program with, that it's not going to work, that, you know, it's not for me, there's nothing they can do, that all went away because that's not true. I was helped here. I was very skeptical, yeah. I was very, very skeptical. I was told about the program from my nutritionist. I take supplements as well. And he told me that I should really look into it, that his son did it and had found success with it. So I'm like, okay, that was sort of like for me, a decider at that point. If someone else had found success, and I was at the bottom of the barrel, like I said, maybe there's a chance that I could find success. So I allowed chance, a little bit of chance. And after I did that, it was really, really good. And as soon as I allowed chance into my heart, and I came in here and I met with Dr. Lesser, who's a very nice person, nice man to talk to, very great first impression, just an open person. And at that point, I was like, okay, well, this seems really good because he put all my shynesses or all my fears and everything like that kind of aside. So, and talked to me about confidence and talked to me about, you know, support, and without even really saying it, he just talked very positively and very uplifting about the situation and absolutely accepted me for who I was as that big person. So, and that was really important to me, to have some acceptance there, right? So at that point, I'm like, you know what, this I think could work for me. And thus far it has. I highly recommend the California Weight Management Program to anyone who needs to lose weight or would like to lose some weight. It will work for you.